The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to another GoldMine 101, our regular series of short presentations giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of GoldMine CRM. And in this session, I'm going to cover email templates to help you save time and more using GoldMine. So, hello, my name is Tim Wilmot. My company, Wizard Systems, we're a specialist CRM systems supplier who help out small and mid-sized companies improve their sales, marketing, and productivity through the use of simple and affordable systems like GoldMine. So this presentation will be about 10 minutes or so on email templates, just an overview of this feature. My company, Wizard Systems, we offer extensive training options around GoldMine on any aspect of GoldMine if you want to explore those with us. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got a question, please type that into the question box on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer that at the end. Also at the end, I'll give you an update on any GoldMine product news for you. And this session is being recorded, those listening live. You'll get a link. Our system will send you an email with a link to the recording, and it will most likely be up on our YouTube channel as well. Just go up to YouTube and do a search for channel name Wizard Systems, and you'll find us there with loads of other GoldMine videos. Just a brief mention then about my company, Wizard Systems. We're a long-standing GoldMine supplier, one of the largest in the world. We provide any service at all around GoldMine, the product, upgrades, implementation, training, help desk support. We're here to make sure you get the most out of your GoldMine investment. Okay, so let's pop into GoldMine then and email templates. So if you've never used templates before, then ask yourself the question, do you have emails that you send out on a regular basis, common emails that you have to keep repeating? The text is going to be the same. Well, email templates in the GoldMine CRM system could help you save time. And also, they're going to be automatically recorded. Every email you send out will, of course, be automatically recorded in the history of that customer record. They're going to have the same look and feel as well. So every email that anyone sends out is going to have that same corporate identity, the same font, layout, and so on, as regards your company, your corporate branding. And you can personalize the content as well. We can merge in data from the customer record into the email. So to use an email template in GoldMine, very straightforward. You compose an email, and then in the drop-down list next to the subject, you have a long list of all of the email templates available to you, and also public templates. So there are templates in your area specific to you as a user, and then there can be public templates up the top here, prefix the word public, that relate to general templates for use by anyone. So it's very easy to select the templates. You could just type the first letter of your template, and that will select it and display the text for you and merge in any information from the contact record as well, including right down the bottom, of course, your name, your job title, your contact details, and your signature file that, as you know, you can create that signature file using, normally it's HTML. It can be text, but normally it's HTML to give you the graphical look and feel, and that's referenced in your options in GoldMine, your email options in GoldMine, where that signature file is on your system. So a very simple way of, once the email template has been created, to send out the email. Of course, from there you could attach files, you could insert an image or whatever it might be, but click send, off it goes. To create a new template from scratch, very, very straightforward, very easy. You would go to your document management center in GoldMine. So you can go to your go-to menu and then document templates, or you might see on your GoldMine toolbar a documents icon there that will jump to your templates in GoldMine. not only your Word and Excel templates up the top there on this left-hand panel, but lower down you'll see a section for email templates. You can then create a new template from scratch, or you could clone an existing one by right-clicking over it and selecting clone. But to create a new one from scratch, very, very straightforward. Here it is. Well, the first thing I would do is type in the subject line. This is how we'll see it on our menu, and of course will be the subject line for this email. So I pop that in there, and then we click into the message body itself. We could define the font there, but we can now start inserting fields and typing in our text. So first of all, I might have a little bit of a salutation, and then I'll want to insert the customer's details, the person's details that I'm emailing. So I can select that from a menu here. All the common ones are up here that you may want to insert, including all the typical contact details, like whatever the contents of the dear field is, or the first name, that can pop in there. Notice the syntax of that merge. So it's put in a double chevron before and after, and there's a little ampersand there. This is a macro. This is a field that's been defined by GoldMine, by the GoldMine application itself, just to help you save time. So we can then start typing in the message text. And so on, and then we might insert your name in there. So I can go to your full name in there, and then the next line down might be, say, the signature file. Quite typically, it might be the signature file that you defined in your options. So click Save when you're done. Of course, you could attach files. Click Save when you're done, and then that email is ready for use. So I can go back to my contact record here, click on the email button, and then start selecting my new email template. There it is there, and it's hopefully correctly inserted all the fields that you expect in the right font and so on. It's good practice to test these emails once you've created them, send them to a colleague, send them to a friendly customer, just to make sure that they look all right, and that you can never be sure with the alignment of text and so on, and the correct font selection, just to make sure it does look all right, using different email clients and devices on the recipient's end. So there we are, a quick run through email templates, their use, and how to, a basic example of how to create an email template from scratch. If you've got any, those listening live, if you've got any questions around this feature, then please pop those into the questions section on your meeting control panel. I'll do my best to answer those. So, question from Chris: can I use the templates with the Outlook link? Yes, you can. You will most likely, so you can merge the data using the GoldMine templates with the Outlook link, but you'll first have to, when you do this, you'll first have to link the email to the contact first using the link to drop-down box. And then, of course, because then it knows the correct contact record to bring the information into that email, to auto-populate the fields in your email, if you've got that in your email, and to link it to the correct contact record as well. All right, so quite straightforward. So yes. Julianne, I want to send emails on behalf of someone else. Yes, you can. You would have, okay, so you would have set up that account in your on your user login in GoldMine, and then it will be available in a drop-down list. When you compose an email, there will be a default email sender, you, by default, but then you just click on that drop-down box. And if you've defined another user, so you're Julianne, if you want to send an email on behalf of Fred or sales at or info at, yes, so you can do that. Right, question from Mike. We are thinking of doing limited, mailings to approximately under 100 per day. Is GoldMine suitable for that? So those email templates, so yes, you can email that email template to a list in GoldMine. Typically, you would use the filter or group feature of GoldMine to create a list of contacts that you want to send that email to. There's no limit in GoldMine to how many contacts you can email to, but I would pass on a word of caution in that you could be identified as a spammer if you abuse that those volumes there, and also with GoldMine. So in GoldMine you set up your email options and your SMTP server. Typically, when you click send, where is that email? How is that email going to go out to the recipient? Is it going through your server or through somebody else's server? Now you can, I know quite a few of our GoldMine customers do use an email, I think they call it an email relay service. So for example, if you go to smtp.com, you can subscribe to them and then your emails will go out through their server and not your server. So you are protecting yourself. So to answer your question, in my experience, yeah, if you under 100, you should be all right. Obviously, you're not going to get any tracking as regards whether the recipient opened that email, clicked on a link, for example. That's where you would use the integration with tools like IntelliClick in GoldMine or Constant Contact. And there's a few others that we link to as well. If you want that traceability, that trackability of the email once you've sent it from your system. But to answer your question, I don't see any fundamental issue with that, but check. I'm not an expert on spamming and the potential dangers of that, but just be careful with the limits there. But there's no limit. There's no technical limit in GoldMine on the number of emails that you can send out there. Right. Let's just take a look, see if there's any more questions from Dale. We tend to send out emails in plain text format, and I have noticed that it inserts line breaks which look horrible on the recipient's system. Any way to overcome this? You could potentially, yes. So with HTML, funny things can happen sending them from GoldMine. That's why I say you do need to check things. I found that if you introduce like a hard line break, so I think when you're composing your email template and you're at the end of the line, okay, let me just read your email. You found that it inserts line breaks which look horrible on this recipient system. Maybe if you use a hard line break where you want them, so hold down the shift key and then the enter key, maybe once or twice to introduce that line break, maybe forcing that could help you. Okay, you're saying it seems to shorten lines itself. Perhaps change the text, change the font, perhaps, Dale. If it continues to be a persistent issue for you on that template or other templates, so maybe find a template where it is successful for you and it doesn't introduce that line break, and maybe clone that template. So maybe there could be something in the HTML of that template that's causing that to happen. But I'm sure one of my technical colleagues would be able to look at that for you. So please email. Yeah, thanks, Dale. So please email us if that with that email template, and we'll take a look at it. But it might be a specific thing to your system. I've not heard of that myself, but let's take a look at that for you. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions coming through, so thanks the four of you for those. Latest news on GoldMine. We're still continuing to provide online GoldMine training. We have now opened up our GoldMine Training Center as COVID rules are being relaxed in the UK, but we will continue to provide online training wherever you are, whatever time zone you're at. So please contact us for details on any aspect of GoldMine training. The latest release of GoldMine, the latest major release of GoldMine, 2020.1. We have had recently the Hotfix 3 released. The GoldMine Beta 2021 version has now been released. Sorry, we're actually testing the beta version right now. It's not on general release yet. And that has fixed a whole load of issues, little snags in the 2021 dot release, and specifically a lot around GoldMine Web. If you're using that, the web access to GoldMine and the email functionality, some of the email functionality has been improved with the 2021 version. So more on that on later 101 sessions for you. We'll keep you in the loop there. If you're to get an upgrade to GoldMine, you've got to be on maintenance, basically. That's the only way of getting upgrades. So please have a chat with us at Wizard Systems to get back on maintenance. There are some special offers and promotions to be had to get you back on board with the latest release. So that's it done then for email templates in GoldMine, a great way of saving time with those common emails that you send out in GoldMine. They are recorded in your CRM system, of course, in the history, to maintain that same corporate look and feel and style that you want to preserve with every email that you send out, and to personalize the content as well, and also as a potential way to help you with mailings to multiple contacts as well. So thanks for those of you listening live, or if you're watching a recording, there's our other contact details there. If you've got any suggestions for future GoldMine 101 sessions that you think would be of interest to other GoldMine users out there, please drop us a line, tim@wizard-systems.com. Be happy to hear from you. Catch up with you on the next 101 session. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.